All right, for the next few minutes, I want you to step into the life of a predator unlike any other. And here's the thing, this isn't just a story about a cat, it's your story. Okay, so picture this. You've just been born. Your mom picked this spot, a little rock crevice, super cozy. And she's smart, you know? It's just big enough for her, but way too small for anything that sees you as a snack. You're officially the smallest cat in the world. And right now, that title is pretty much all you've got.
So, let's talk about your snack size start. Your life doesn't begin with some big dramatic roar. Nope, it's more like a tiny, barely there squeak. You've just entered a world where, let's be honest, you're on the menu for pretty much everything.
5 inches. That's it. That is your entire majestic length, from the tip of your nose to the end of your tail. I mean, you're this perfectly formed, miniature little hunter in training. But for now, you are completely and utterly helpless. So for that first week, your whole world is just this. You can't see, you can't hear, you can barely even twitch. And here's the really scary part. Even though you're totally helpless, your mom can't just stick around. She has to go hunt, which means you're left all alone for hours at a time, completely vulnerable. Then, at 1 month old, everything changes. The real danger begins. It's time to leave the safety of the den. You take your first steps out into a world where, well, everything with a mouth sees you as a potential meal. Survival is absolutely not guaranteed. So how do you survive this? Well, to make it out there, your species basically developed this incredible playbook. It's a total masterclass in evasion, and it proves a really important point. It's not always about being the toughest, it's about being the smartest. So when danger shows up, you don't stand your ground and fight? No way. You've got this 3-step defense plan, this sequence that's been perfected over millions of years. Step 1, you freeze. You become a perfect little statue, practically invisible. But if that doesn't work, then it's time for step 2. You absolutely explode into motion. Your muscles are like these tiny compressed springs. 1 second you're still, the next you're at top speed. Your reaction time is so insane that a predator might literally think you just vanished into thin air. And if they're still on your tail, you go to the final and maybe most effective option. You hide in a space so tiny, no one else can follow. Of course, surviving isn't just about not being eaten. You also have to eat. And, well, your first attempts at hunting are something else. We're talking about going after insects here, and it looks less like a stealthy attack and more like a full-on seizure. Your brain totally knows what to do, but your little body is still trying to figure out the controls. Which is why, yeah, mom is still bringing home the bacon, or, you know, the mice.
Fast forward to 6 months old. You're basically a teenager now, and this deep, powerful instinct kicks in. It's time to go solo. You leave your mom's territory behind, find a little patch of forest to call your own, and you start marking it. And here's a fun fact. The scent you use smells, surprisingly, a lot like buttered popcorn. Weird, right?
And now rely on your own skills. But what skills they are. We're talking about a serious apex predator toolkit, just in miniature. Your night vision, 6 times better than ours. Your ears, you can literally hear a mouse breathe from 50 feet away. Your whiskers are like a 3D radar in total darkness, and your bite can take down prey twice the size of your head. You're a masterpiece of miniaturized lethality, a true ghost in the undergrowth.
So how did you end? Well, it all comes down to this big evolutionary split. Think about it. Most cats went one way. Their whole strategy was get bigger, get stronger, get scarier. But your ancestors, they took a completely different path. They went smaller, quieter. They decided to never be noticed at all.
This is where the genius comes in. Your family's success wasn't about being fierce. It was about never being seen in the first place. This whole strategy of, let's call it feline minimalism, is brilliant. A smaller body needs fewer calories. You can survive on the ecological leftovers, living in these tiny little niches where no one else can even physically fit. You survive by becoming invisible. But here's the turn. After millions of years of this strategy working perfectly, the world is changing. And that one thing that made you so successful, your greatest evolutionary strength, is about to become your biggest, most dangerous liability. It starts with these distant roars. The birds scatter, your prey vanishes. Then the ground starts to tremble. Humans arrive with these massive machines that just tear down the trees. Suddenly, the network of trails you've used your whole life, they just lead to bare earth. The entire food web unravels. This isn't some slow, gradual change. It's a rapid, systematic erasure of your entire world. You're forced out of the forest, and you find yourself in this completely alien terrain. All those evolutionary advantages you have, they're useless here. Your camouflage, your stealth, your incredible ability to hide, it means nothing in this new, exposed landscape with just these pathetic little strips of plants between huge open fields.
And this is where we get to the final, truly tragic paradox of your story. The very thing that let you thrive for thousands, millions of years is now the thing that's sealing your fate.
You have to move. You bolt across what looks like a hard, black river. A car. The driver doesn't stop. They don't even slow down. In fact, they don't even notice you were there. Your end doesn't come from a predator, an animal who respected you as a worthy opponent. It comes from a world that is completely, totally oblivious that you even exist.
Fewer than 10,000? That's the best guess for how many mature individuals of your entire species are left on the planet. And it's not like they're all in one healthy group. No, you're scattered across these broken, shrinking patches of forest, separated from each other.
And that really is the heart of the tragedy, isn't it? Your greatest evolutionary advantage, the thing that made you special, your invisibility, has become your weakness. For millions of years, not being seen was the secret to your survival. Now, it just guarantees you'll have a silent, unnoticed extinction.
So ultimately, your story leaves us with a really tough question. How do you save something that most people don't even know exists? When a species just vanishes without a trace, without anyone ever knowing it was there to begin with, what have we really lost? And what does it mean for all the other unseen, unnoticed creatures out there?